Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is time for just a word from the Word. I do apologize for not being able to do a devotion yesterday. Circumstances just didn't allow it. But it is time for just a word from the Word this morning. And our passage comes from a very familiar chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. And I'm reading from the English Standard Version. And here's what it says. So now, faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love. 1 Corinthians 13 has a long list of things that you can have faith for. And even a long list of things that you can have hope in. But before chapter 13, you have chapter 12. And after chapter 13, you have chapter 14. So smack dab in the middle of spiritual gifts. Paul says the gifts are great, but love is greater. Love is greater. As I was thinking about love and how important that love is in the life of a believer, I was reminded that we've got to love people and we've got to pray for the Lord to fill us with His love so that we can love others. It's just about loving folks, loving God, loving others. Jesus said that all the commandments are summarized in loving God, loving your fellow man. We don't always do that well. Sometimes we need to repent. Well, when we don't do it well, we do need to repent. And sometimes that means just humbly, actually not just telling God you're sorry, but going to another person and saying, I'm sorry, forgive me. Those are hard words sometimes because we're proud, we're stubborn. I know I am. But folks, the best thing that we can do is love others. Love others where they are because people are struggling to love you where you are. Just love them. Just love them. It's easy to say, I wish they would do this or I wish they would do that. And maybe some of you look at me and think the same. But just love them. Show grace. You've received a lot of grace. Show mercy. You've received a lot of mercy. So this morning's just a word from the Word. Just love them. And I understand that love sometimes means correcting, but it never means condemning. It never means beating people down. Lovingly correct, if need be. But love them, pray for them, support them. Saints and sinners. Don't just focus on loving sinners and forget about loving your brothers and sisters. And don't just focus on loving your brothers and sisters and forget about loving sinners. God, fill us with His love. Just love them. This has been just a word from the Word. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And as I always say, Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning.